Yes, hi.
Hi, Eric.
Yes. CK Njuguna.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Do you believe in God?
Which God?
Uh,
Because there's been over 18,000 documented gods in recorded history. So, which one are you talking about?
do you believe there is a creator of the universe?
I believe this universe did not create itself. Yes. What I do have a problem with is the characterization of that creator as a god or as a deity to be worshipped. That's what I have a problem with.
All right. What do you think? Who do you think, or what do you think created the universe?
I have no idea.
Do you think? Do you think worship of the creator does not make sense?
For me, it doesn't make sense because I think the reason that humans do that is because we try and find meaning with what we found here, with our existence. And so to attach, for it to make sense in our minds, we have to create a superior being who demands worship because he gave us all of these things. And that simply doesn't make sense to me.
Welcome back to Conversations in Literature. I'm your host, Miyamoto Muswahili. Today we are joined by CK Njuguna, the author of If They Spoke. If They Spoke is a book that looks into the stories of the villains and the lesser, the people in the Bible whose stories are not told, like Jezebel, like Cain, and so on. So make some noise for CK Njuguna. So CK.
Yes, Eric.
Before we start, I told people that unakuja. Niliwauliza watupatie some questions for you. So shout out to Wanjiro Dhuku. Anasema she's looking forward to this conversation.
Oh, fantastic.
Na ameniambia nikuulize ati what inspired you? What really inspired? Amesema just ask him for me what really inspired this book waiting to be read by me in the coming week. Ha 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 ha. Tell him I have read the preface on it and well, Kacheka, I need to know the inspiration first.
Now, first of all, the stories that the Bible tells about these characters is, for me, it's very one-sided because these characters were never given a chance to tell their stories from their own perspectives. So what I did with the book was to take these characters and humanize them. Because if we're going to believe the Bible, then we will believe that these were people, just like you and me. People who, with feelings, with emotions, people who go through the same experiences that, human experiences. So I thought, why not take a few of them, 20 of them, and then reimagine their stories from their perspective. So I'll give you an example. Someone like Cain. Cain is branded as the world's first murderer. The Bible says the first person to have been killed was Abel, killed by his brother. But does anyone know what led him to do that, other than what the Bible says? Did anyone ask him? Was there a court? Was he put on his defense? Did anybody ask him, why did you do this? So in my book, he talks about growing up in their family. He talks about Abel joining the family. He talks about his relationship with his parents, Adam and Eve, and how unloved he felt. And now this small boy has joined the family, the younger brother. And he feels some type of way because his parents seem to love him more than they love Cain. So he talks about all that from an emotional, from a human perspective, right up to the point where he picks up that rock and bashes his brother in the head.
All right.
Yeah.
I have another question, but now that's my question. Takuuliza baadaye. So there is Kalia Kipchumba. Shout out to Kalia Kipchumba.
Kalia.
Anasema, ask him what research went into the book in terms of extra biblical background work, such as locations, history, and social situations of the setting of his what if stories.
So much of my research was done. Thank God for. I said thank God.
Amen.
For the internet.
Praise Jesus.
Amen. Because the internet is such a huge treasure trove of information. So what I wanted to do with the book was to get as much as possible the accuracy of the period of time, the accuracy of, for example, the foods that they might have consumed during that period, because location and the food, they go together. I also did research on the kind of clothes that they might have worn. I remember I did that with the story of Bathsheba. I found out the kind of food that might have been served in a king's palace at that time. Remember when she was summoned by King David, and in the book she was summoned to dinner. So I've described the kind of food that they ate. I've described the kind of dress that she wore to go to the king. And so this information I got from the internet. I spent a lot of hours trying to put this together. The time when this was happening, the kind of the location, and the dress code. I wanted to get all of these things right. So yeah, a lot of work went into the internet. Yeah, and I also did. So I watched a few period pieces, just to have a visual of what their dressing might have looked like. Even as I was describing that in the book, I wanted to have a visual so that I could see it in my mind. So yeah, to Kalia, that's what I did. I did a lot of research online. Yeah.
Okay. Then kuna Nyanyuki.
Oh, Nyanyuki.
Nyanyuki Tito, not Nanyuki. Nyanyuki Tito.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. Anauliza, what if CK is Solomon's descendant? What do you think?
I don't know.
What was Solomon known for?
Wisdom.
What else?
Women.
What do you think?
But is he asking in the context of wisdom or in the context of women?
What do you think he's asking? Based on how you know yourself?
Well, both, I think.
Both?
Yeah.
Umenoa, amesema, not the philandering, but
not
wisdom.
the philandering.
But sasa wewe umetuprovia that he should also have asked about the philandering.
When I say women, I'm not talking about philandering. It could be one woman or two women.
Lawyer. You love doing stories about villains.
Yeah.
I've seen that on your post. So juzi, when there was this fire at Utumishi High School, you did a post from the point of view, from the POV of the girls, of the girls who burnt the schools.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So I'm really curious about that. What about you is attracted to the dark side when it comes to storytelling?
I don't know if I'm attracted to the dark side. I think
In that story, you were actually, right?
I was curious.
You're Utumishi girls.
Yeah,
You are curious.
yeah. I'm always very curious about
Like, if people are being demonized, you are like, let me think about, let me be the devil's advocate.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
So were you a black sheep in your family growing up?
No.
Then una feel, hey, umse, ameingiliwa sana. So I must tell his story.
No. Let me put it like this. I don't like one-sided stories. I don't like stories that everybody seems to agree with.
Why not?
Because that's not how it is. That's not reality. There's always another side to the story.
I know that, but why specifically you? Why does it make you have that desire to go and tell the other side of the story?
I think mostly it's curiosity. I'm always curious about. I've not done psychology, but I'm very curious about the human mind and how it works and how it operates, and why people do the things that they do.
So, we are trying to understand why you do the things that you do. And you're not telling us.
I'm resisting.
So there is a story, eh? There is a story.
No, there's no story.
Are you sure?
No.
There is always a story.
No, there is no story here. There's nothing to see here. No. Mine is just plain old curiosity.
Really?
Yes.
Curiosity is not enough to go and write multiple, not just books, but multiple posts. So it's a trend. I think there's also another post you did some years back. Was it from a point of view of a murder or something? You reposted it. It was something quite dark.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of dark stories, I think, since 2022.
From a point of view of the bad guy, usually.
Yeah.
So there is something in your soul, or in your the story of your life, that is ignited by this, and there is some psychological relief that you get from writing these stories. And my job today is to find out what is this.
You're trying to psychoanalyze CK.
Welcome to therapy.
I hate to disappoint you, but there is no personal story that causes me to write about these things. Mine is simply curiosity. And why do we not want to hear the other side?
Well, have you ever been falsely accused when you were a child growing up?
Not that I can remember, but every child was falsely accused. Could be a small thing. This one stole sugar and maybe they didn't. It could be anything. But in my life, no, nothing to cause alarm, no.
So you've never had a narrative about you out there that you didn't agree with?
Oh, that's what you mean. Plenty of times.
Especially when you were growing up?
When I was growing up, I can't point to any one particular thing. Yeah, but that used to happen. CK did this, CK did that. I know it very well that it's not true. Someone was making up stories.
The same person? A sibling?
You see, it's not one particular scenario. Yeah, it's different scenarios. And from where I'm sitting right now, nothing harmful. Just the usual, people will talk.
You used to piss you off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, even today, as a grown man, I still hear stories about me that are simply not true. Yeah, and that pisses me off. Yeah. Now, there was a time when I thought it was important to defend myself, tell my side. But I think at my age right now, I really don't care. If this is what you want to tell, if this is what you want to believe, that's up to you. Unless you want to come and ask me, from a point of view of wanting to understand why this person is saying this about you. And then now, if they're genuinely interested, then I can explain myself. But mostly because people are people will always talk. People tell stories. There's a guy who's making up stories about me right now.
Right now.
Right now. That I'm in a cult or something.
Are you?
I am not.
What kind of cult?
I can't say right now because it's an ongoing.
Is it like unajua kuna religious cults, kuna cults za traditionalism, kuna these forex. There are so many types of cults.
There's so many. This
Spiritual?
This one has a spiritual bent to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know, you're wearing a crucifix earring. Is it both ears?
Both ears.
Both ears. So are you leaning into that accusation? Kusema wacha hata ninunue crucifix earrings to make you even spin more stories?
No. I've always found the crucifix to be aesthetically pleasing.
Really?
Yeah.
Because it looks like letter T, small t?
No, just because it looks nice. It doesn't have to look like anything. It's aesthetically pleasing on its own.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you find it philosophically pleasing as well?
The crucifix?
Yeah.
Honestly, not necessarily.
Do you find any inspiration from the fact that there's somebody who died for our sins on the cross?
No, because if this person died on the cross for us, what would he changed? From the day he died, and then he rose up, and then he went back to where he came from. What in the world changed? Nothing. It's just a feel-good story, I think.
It's just a feel-good story.
It's a feel-good
story.
It's a
motivational story.
It's a motivational story.
Okay.
Yeah. Now that story taken on its own is highly motivating, and if you wake up in the morning and you think that Christ died for me, died for my sins, and then you conveniently forget the fact that you're still a sinner, and you're still gonna sin even as you think about how he sacrificed himself. This is what we call urban games, if you ask me. Chelsea town. Now, I'm not saying this to piss off Christians. I'm just giving a personal opinion. Yeah.
What about your dreadlocks? Is there a story behind deciding to wear them?
No, there isn't. And I know people think that there's a story behind it. Back in 2022, I used to shave my hair bald. I'll show you pictures of that.
These locks are 4 years old?
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
My hair grows really fast.
Okay.
So early 2022, because I used to cut my hair every week because I liked my head clean shaven. I missed a week, and then I missed 2 weeks. Third week, I was like, Allah, okay, let's see where this is going. Fourth week, 1 month, 2 months. And then I figured, you know what, let me just leave it and see how fast or how far it goes. By mid-2022, I had an afro. And then it was, I wanted that shaggy look. So I had that look for a while, but then the hair just kept growing. So I did the locks in 2023. Somebody whom I won't mention proposed that and took me to a lockist, and that's how it was done, and I liked it. So the hair is not a representation of anything. It's not some kind of protest. It's not a philosophical expression.
Why did you say that?
It's not because I've been told.
People have told you that?
Yeah.
They think that it's a protest?
Yeah. I don't know protest against what.
Do people see you as a rebel?
People do see me as a rebel.
Are you?
Define rebel.
Define how people view you as a rebel. In what way?
People will look at my life and my beliefs or non-beliefs and all that. So one of the things that people attach rebellion to when they talk about me is rebellion against religion.
Always? Or recently after you published the book?
Always. Let's say as far back as 2021, 2022, because I first started talking about my non-belief most vocally back in 2022. And I was very open about it. But also I would do it in a way that people would not find offense in the things that I was saying. I also went through a period where I would make fun of the Christian religion. Like on Sundays, I would do posts making fun of certain things that Christians do, and I would wait for them to come from church and find the post. Until one time, a lady friend of mine reached out to me. She's a very staunch Christian. And she told me, CK, I understand where you're coming from. I disagree with you, of course. But maybe if you could do this thing without necessarily making fun of Christians. Because some of us don't like it. We like you, but we don't like that. And we don't like the language. And I told her, okay, fine, I hear you. I'm gonna tone down on the making fun of you guys, but I cannot promise I'm gonna tone down the language.
Why did that matter to you so much?
The language?
No. The whole thing, mocking Christianity.
I don't know.
Writing about it. Why did it matter to you so much?
It did not matter to me. It's just a thing I did.
It did because you wrote about it every Sunday.
Yeah, but it's just it was a fun thing for me to do. It didn't matter.
Well,
it didn't matter because
a fun thing is something you do once. Something you do every Sunday is a mission.
Well, a mission doesn't have to be. A mission doesn't really have to matter. The mission could be just to have fun with it.
Did you used to go to church when you were young?
Yeah. I was brought up as Catholic.
Was it like, did you grow up in the household where you have to go to church?
Yeah, when we were kids, we actually did have to go to church.
Did you want to go to church?
At some point, it stopped being fun to go.
When you were a kid?
When I was a kid.
Or when you were high school?
When I was a kid. Let me tell you what happened. So, my mom is Catholic. Very staunch. My dad is also Catholic, but he started going to church when he grew old, and I think he found, but when you grow up in the Catholic Church, there are those processes that you go through as a child. I don't know how much you know about the Catholic Church. So you have.
I've grown up in the Catholic Church.
Oh, you have.
Yeah, I did catechism.
Here you go.
I was an altar boy, by the way. When I was
I refused to become an altar boy.
Well, it was my choice to be on. I loved the idea of being pale mbele.
No, I mean it looks cool.
Yeah, it does look cool. And I liked the fit. The outfits.
Yeah.
because I was a big fan of the zile movies kitambo. So when I used to watch that, I was like, what they are wearing in the church. The priests and the catechists, the altar boys. Inanikumbusha hizo movies za hizo siku. So I wanted to wear that.
The costume looks good.
Yes, and then when you are a kid, the most important person in the world is the priest.
Yeah.
Because hata MP akuja, si kila mtu anasikiza priest. President akikuja kwa church, and the priest says, all arise, we arise. Sema kwa jina la Baba na Mwana.
Yeah.
The president will also
The
obey.
president will do what the priest is saying.
Yes. So I was like, this must be the most powerful person.
Yeah.
The most important person.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for a time I wanted to be a priest. Yeah.
Okay. That figures. Did you have foreign priests?
Not really. Maybe when we went Ocha. I don't remember. But we didn't really. The what do you call it? The parish. The parish we went to, there was no foreign priests.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's where we went to church. For the longest time, we used to have priests from South America. So we had Mexicans. In fact, I think most of them were Mexicans. Yeah. So some of my friends became altar boys. I did not become an altar boy. I think I'd already started feeling some type of way about the whole concept of church and its rituals and all that. So this is what happened. When I was in class 4, I was doing these classes for, don't remember what you call them. Is a kupokea, receive sacrament.
The catechism. Are you talking about the Eucharist?
I think it's the Eucharist.
The kupokesho is called the Eucharist.
The Eucharist, yeah, those classes.
Okay. But the classes are called catechism.
Catechism classes. Okay. Yeah, as we used to call them, mafundisho. Yeah, so we had this teacher called...
Or kirira.
Oh, kirira, yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, did you have that brown kabuk?
Yeah.
The Kikuyu one, eh?
Yeah.
Kirira.
Yeah, I did. I think courtesy of my mom.
You know, I used to memorize those things. I remember kuna siku tulienda competition. Unaona zile competitions kwa kanisa. So we went for that. Na tulikuwa na chorovers, you know, that sort of thing. So these songs, the choir, we had practiced to compete with other church children from other churches.
Yeah.
And then kulikuwa na section ya kirira. So I was the one who represented our church.
Yeah.
Then nikaenda huko hata nikapata trophy. Wakaanza kusema mimi I can't be a nini. Can't be a catechist.
Oh.
I'm so good. But it was just memory. You know, we used to recite it every Saturday.
Yeah.
There are things I still remember. Even today.
Yeah. So some of those things, they never leave you. So anyway, so during the catechism classes, we had this teacher called Mwalimu Peter, but he died a long time ago. So we were asked to bring our baptism cards. Now we are preparing for the main event. So everybody was asked to bring their baptism cards. And we had a problem because when I was baptized as a child, my mom was not Catholic. She had left Catholicism and went to, I think she was PCA. Why do we call it PCA? It's PCA. The E is silent. So what I had was a card from PCA. So I started getting scared because now I can't go to tell my mom. I don't even know why I never went to my mom to tell her, hey, but now we are being asked for Catholic baptism cards. Because I went and took that card to the teacher. And he became very furious with me that I was bringing a card from another church. He told me, go and tell your mother to bring the correct nini. So I think I got scared. And then no time is going. So by the time we were getting to the event, they're still waiting for my card. That's when I came clean and I told my mom. And my mom was furious. Why didn't you tell me this before? So she took it out on me. I was given a thorough beating. And that memory remained ingrained in my mind for a very long time. And I think that's when I realized church is not it's not a good place. Eventually, my mom was able to fix it. And I don't know if I got baptized again, or I can't remember what they did, but I was able to go through with the process. And even the other processes for, what is that one for, the one after
Confirmation.
Confirmation. Yeah. So I went through all those processes without a problem. But the memory of being beaten because of church, that never made sense to me. And so I had I guess a love-hate relationship with church from that point on. So by the time I turned 18, I was done. First of all, I was done with the Catholic Church. I was not done with church, but I knew that eventually that's probably where I was going. So I left the Catholic Church at 18 and I started exploring other different churches.
So you were not yet done with church?
I wasn't done with church.
Okay.
At that point.
Which churches did you explore? Did you explore the mainstream churches still, or now the Pentecostal churches?
Mostly it was Pentecostal churches, because for me the mainstream churches, in my mind, there was no difference between them and the Catholic Church. Yeah, so I think I tried Pentecostal churches, and it wasn't even that I was going like every Sunday. No, it's only when I felt like nimekaa bila kwenda church for long.
Did you find what you were looking for?
No.
What did you find?
I don't even know what I was looking for. I think I was just looking for a place to go to church.
Why?
Because that's what people did. People went to church on Sunday. But I wasn't feeling it. And I didn't feel it for a long time. And then I just simply stopped going to church.
Did you ever go back?
I did. When I wanted to get married, because our parents wanted us to get married in church. Although my fiance and I did not want that. We wanted to just do the government thing and be done with it.
Why did you listen to your parents?
Well, because we didn't want to disappoint them. My mom is very big on church. First of all, even her mom was very big on church. And I guess it's just that thing of where you don't want to disappoint your mother. So we went back to church briefly so that we could get married in church. And I think we continued church for a bit after the wedding. And then we just sort of slacked off. Yeah. And I never went back.
How long since you've been in church? For a mass or a service?
Oh, I was in church on Saturday. This past Saturday. For a baptism. The other time I was in church before that, I think was, I don't know, last year maybe, for a funeral.
Oh, okay. Funeral,
Yeah.
How does it feel when you go back to church now?
It feels familiar because I used to go to church.
It feels like home?
It doesn't feel like home. It just feels familiar.
Any church feels familiar?
Mostly the Catholic Church. The other churches just feel like ritual, like just something you have to do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It doesn't feel like home. The Catholic Church feels familiar because that's where I grew up. So like when they do the hymns and they do the rituals, what was I discovered that they changed a few of those things. But, muscle memory. Yeah, so those things come back.
Growing up, were you a fan of biblical stories?
Yes. Yes, because some of those stories were interesting. Yeah.
Did you have like people you looked up to in the Bible?
Let's see. Someone like Samson.
Figures.
Samson was a very strong man. And I wanted to be as strong as Samson was. His stories were very compelling.
Okay, true.
Yeah.
I thought it's because he gets the... he gets. I don't want to say it, but he gets.
No, say it.
Yeah,
Say it.
it's a censor. Gets them.
He gets them.
Yeah.
He was that guy. Yeah.
But he was also weak for them.
He was weak for them.
He was strong physically, but weak for women.
Yeah. That was a fatal weakness on his part, and that's why he ended up where he ended up. Yeah.
Do you relate? A drink.
Oh man. A little.
A little.
Yeah.
Not a lot.
Not a lot. A little. Because, since we're talking about women, first of all, women, for me, the female form is the most fantastic gift this universe ever gave us. Women are a thing of beauty to look at. And so, of course, they're going to be a weakness for many men. But now how you manage that weakness is now what creates the difference between men like Samson and men like who? I don't even know who in the Bible.
Joseph.
Oh yes, Joseph. Oh, I forgot about Joseph. He's in the book. Yeah. Joseph was able to extricate himself from that situation where Potiphar's wife had put him in. Many men would not have been able to do that. You want to ask me if I would have been able to do that? Quite possibly I would have been killed by Potiphar.
Yeah, she was an older woman, but it suggests she was pretty sexy.
Yeah. She was pretty sexy.
She was a cougar.
Yeah, she was a cougar.
Yeah.
She was a MILF.
Indeed. This guy relates. Yeah.
It's interesting. Potiphar's wife described herself as a very, very attractive woman, very sensual woman.
Describes herself. Oh, you describe. So you when you say she describes herself, it's you who is doing it.
Okay.
So this is
it's from her perspective.
This is your fantasy of Potiphar's wife.
Okay, yeah. Or if you want to put it like that, okay.
Isn't it?
Okay, yes. Potiphar's wife was sexy as AF.
You wish you were in Joseph's position.
If I was in Joseph's position, I would probably have...
It was worth dying for.
I would have more that thing like an answer.
So it was worth dying for that?
Not necessarily. Not...
no, I mean, if you knew you were going to die, you'd do it still, anyway.
My self-preservation senses might not have been very active at that point. Yeah, so maybe just do it and then regret later. Say, this is a problem for me. And come and buy, whatever happens. So let me just say Joseph was a better man than me. He
was a better man than most of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think if you were a Muslim, if you were born a Muslim, do you think you'd have rebelled against religion? Islam is a very different...
Yeah, it's a whole different ballgame.
I feel like Christianity is way more... Yeah, but tell me, what do you think?
I don't know. Most probably, yes.
Imagine being a Muslim. You're raised in the, you go for the Amma Foundation. What do they call them?
Madrasa.
Madrasa. You go for the madrasa. you're there with your fellow boys, mnafunzwa, you learn Arabic, you learn how to read the Quran. There's certain times of the day where you pray or something like that.
Yeah.
There's guidelines for so many things in your life, like practical. Do you think you'd have thought this does not make sense?
Chances are,
considering that it would be so infused in your daily life.
Yeah. Chances are high that I might have rebelled against that as well, because I don't want to say that I have a problem with authority. What I have a problem with is structure. You know, the kind of structure that almost borders on infringing on personal freedoms. And for me, that's what religion is, even though people will choose to be in a religion. But I think Islam would have been even worse for me. Yeah, so I think I would have rebelled. There's a time I lived in Mombasa for a couple of years back when I was younger, and I came this close to switching religions. I did not really have a good reason to join Islam. I just thought it was cool because I was hanging around a lot of Muslims. And yeah, so for a time, I started wearing those two kofias of theirs, the tarabush. And I thought, Islam feels or seems way cooler than Christianity. But I was just being curious. In the end, I never did join. Yeah, I just watched it from far and I was like, hi. Hii inakaa kama hii ni jela kubwa kuliko Christianity. So I backed off. But even today, you'll see me in a council sometimes. Because I think it looks cool. A council and an Arafat.
Do you think if your dad was way more into religion, do you think you still have rebelled against?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I don't think that would have made any difference because my relationship with church, other than the traumatic event, me being beaten by my mom because of that thing, I really wasn't into church. It's just a thing that we did because we had to. So the reason I didn't join, most of my friends became altar boys. I refused because for me it didn't make sense. Yeah, the costumes looked cool and all that, and there's a certain level of respect that altar boys would be given by the other kids. They're the cool kids. They're the ones serving up there with the, in our case, with the white priest. It looked nice, but I just knew it wasn't for me.
Right. Do you know what's the opposite of love?
Hate?
No.
What is it?
Indifference.
Okay.
Hate is just another form of love.
Yeah.
You know how they when you talk about energy does not die, it transforms.
Yeah.
So hate is love transformed.
Yeah.
And love can be hate transformed.
Yeah. They're just opposite ends of.
But now, yes. But now the actual opposite, not opposite, but the actual absence of love is indifference. It is better to be hated by somebody you love than for them to be indifferent. You see where I'm going with this?
I want to see where you're going with this.
Do you see where I'm going with this? Can you guess where I'm going with this?
Carry on, that's it.
Okay. So you're clearly not indifferent about religion. You're still driven by it. Now, from the opposite end of the spectrum, you're still not done with it. It's still, how many years since you were a boy?
Yeah, it's been, I'm 52 now, so
that's like 40 years later. Yeah? So 40 years later, you're still so much entwined with religion, with Christianity specifically. You wrote a book about it.
Yeah.
You see where I'm going? You see where I've arrived, basically?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I will just finish your statement.
I have.
You have?
Yes.
I find religion, especially the Christian religion, to be an interesting concept. And I've always been fascinated by it, even though I may not believe in the things that Christians believe in. I will always find it a fascinating subject. Not because I have strands of love for it remaining. Not because you said clearly I'm not indifferent to it. But I don't hate it.
You're not saying you hate it. You're saying, I'm saying you're not indifferent to it.
I am not indifferent to it.
You should be.
Why?
Because you are not interested in it.
No, but I am interested in it. I'm just not a part of it.
Exactly. Why are you interested in it?
Because it's interesting.
What's so interesting about it?
Everything about Christianity is interesting.
Really?
The whole, yeah.
You said it's a feel-good story.
Yeah, the Jesus story is a feel-good story. The story of Jesus dying on the cross for our sins, or for the sins of Christians.
Oh, it makes you feel good?
No, it makes Christians feel good. They tell it all the time. Jesus died for our sins.
Okay.
So that you can feel good about yourself.
Okay.
And then you go ahead and sin again. That sounds very interesting. Why would you think like that?
So what is interesting to you? Is it the Christians or the stories?
All of them. The stories were told for Christians. It is the Christians who consume these stories and model their lives around them. So the Jesus story is not told to Muslims.
It is actually. He's the second most important prophet to them.
Yeah, I know that.
And they also believe he's coming back.
Who, Jesus?
Yeah. It is. They do.
Okay.
Well, a Muslim told me that. They call him Esau.
Esau, yeah.
They also believe he didn't die on the cross. He went, I think it was like the story of Enoch.
Yeah.
But this is based on what somebody told me.
Yeah.
A Muslim.
Yeah, so Muslims, that's a whole other story altogether. But the story of Jesus was not told to the way it's structured, that he died for your sins, and the way Christianity has embraced and owned Jesus. This is our story. It is not the story for Muslims. It is not the story for Hindus. It's not the story for all these other people.
Do you hear what you just said? Our.
I'm talking in the context of Christians.
So you say our story. You consider yourself a Christian?
No. I'm speaking for Christians. I'm speaking for Christians.
Okay.
Hello. I'm just coming out of writing a book from the perspective of Bible characters.
But not from the perspective of Christians. It's not from the perspective of Christians.
No. You didn't catch me properly.
Yes.
I was saying Christians have owned him. They say this is our story. As Christians.
Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. I see what you're doing, Eric.
No. I'm not trying to get you by the... it's not a gotcha moment. I'm just curious.
Thinking about a gotcha moment.
Yes?
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Because the reason I'm asking these questions is not to get you. Because as a writer, I know that I analyze myself as a writer, I read my own stories.
Yeah.
I analyze, and I see patterns in my stories. Somebody, after my book came out, somebody did a very Simio Baraza. Shout out to him. He did a very good review, and there's something he said about the stories. My book has 21 stories.
Yeah.
It's a real journey of discovery. So
Yeah.
when in this review, there's something he said that these stories have a certain theme, and it was something I had never noticed, that had never crossed my mind, because these stories were written over a span of a number of years, maybe 6 years or 5 years. And in this span of these 5-6 years, I wasn't writing them with the intention of putting them in a book. So I wasn't trying to write the stories according to a theme, right?
Yeah.
And these were not the only stories I wrote. So this was like half of the stories. Probably I wrote like 50 stories during
But these
this
are the
period.
ones that made the cut.
These were the ones that made the cut for what I wanted in this book. So when I read that review and I read that idea that he had, I had to sit back and examine and analyze and ask myself why this theme kept coming up in my stories. And I think I know why. I had to go back all the way. I had to think about myself, how I grew up.
Yeah.
And I think I knew why. So I've now started thinking about that anytime somebody writes something. Because, for instance, I could give you a commission to write something, a book. And how you write it, there will always be something you put in that book that is from you.
Yeah, that's true.
That is from you.
Yeah.
It could be a biography of a historical figure. But the angle you take, I could even give you the angles, I could give you everything. But for it to make sense for you, there must be something of you in it.
Yeah.
That's a given.
That's a given, I agree.
So for you to have written this book, and not just this book, but the post you write, there is something in you that is there psychologically, that has a residue of something, something which you are digging around, examining, picking apart, whatever it is you're doing, caressing it, I don't know, whatever it is you're doing with it, there is something inside you that is in the church, that is in Christianity, that is in the Bible. There's something in it, in you, and you may not be aware. As I said, welcome to therapy. But that's my experience.
Yeah.
And I've seen that with other writers.
Yeah.
I have observed this, and it's a theory I have. And at this point, I don't think it's a theory, it's a fact. Even from the conversation we've just had already, there is, you've told me, that story, you said it affected you.
Yeah.
And since then, you felt that there was something wrong with the church.
Yeah.
I don't know if you had ever made that connection before.
I had, yeah.
You had, yeah?
Yeah.
So you were playing hard to get before. When I first asked the question.
I made that connection a long time ago.
Yeah? Okay.
But then, also my relationship with the church, or my split from the church has been progressive. It wasn't just one event. Okay, that's where it started.
Okay.
Yeah, but then now there's been a series of other events that have taken place that brought me to where I am right now.
Yet, still, the split isn't complete enough for you to be indifferent.
I have no intention of being indifferent because, like I said, Christianity as an entity, for me, is very, very interesting. The Bible as a collection of short stories is a very interesting book for me. Now, for me to have written this book, I really wanted to give, without being offensive to Christians, these characters that you keep reading about, and some of these characters, even churches don't talk about them. Do you ever think of them as people? Why don't you think of them as people who had feelings and emotions that drove them to do what they did? Those are compelling stories. Now, for me, I am not attached to any of these stories. For me, they're just stories. The Bible is a fantastic collection of, I don't want to say fairy tales, but tales. And Christianity is modeled around those stories. For me to be indifferent to that kind of thing, especially as a writer, I see no reason why I should be indifferent to the Christian religion.
Why not stories from, like, let's say, folktales?
Possibly
why Christianity specifically? Because we have a lot of collections of stories in the world, including in your own community, including stories of like biographical stories of people who've been important in the country. And there are people who focus on these stories. They focus on historical fiction. They focus on stories from the community, folktales. But for you, it's Christianity. You don't see that there is a specific reason you are here.
No.
They're not in the folktales.
Because even when you read my Facebook stories, my Facebook posts, they're not all about Christianity.
Of course.
There's in fact, a very small part of what I write about.
But they are often about the person who is the villain. That's the thing actually I started with. It's not even Christianity. There's Christianity and there's this other thing. So now tell me about this other thing. Since tumegonga all hapo. Because maybe that could be the main reason you wanted to write this story, this book, because it gave you the opportunity to examine the lives of either the underdogs or the villains or the people whose stories are not told because the hero's story is told in the Bible.
Like I said earlier, I'm always for people telling stories from all sides. And the feel-good stories are always about the heroes. They're nice. They're neatly packaged. They feel good. But the other side of the story, the villains, I find mostly that that's where the most interesting story is, because that's where the problem is. For someone to become a villain means that they've done a terrible thing. So I'm very curious, and I'm always watching true crime documentaries. I find all of that, that side of the human condition very, very interesting. What would cause a man to arrive at a decision, like, for example, to become a serial killer? What would cause a man to become a terrorist?
What would cause a man to be a writer? This man, specifically.
Well, first of all, because I've always enjoyed writing. I've always had a very active imagination. And I like telling stories. Not the way we are talking right now, but in very informal settings. I like telling stories. So for me, writing is a natural progression from just talking about it and putting it down on paper or, in digital form or whatever. So for me, it's because I want to tell stories. That's why I write.
Why do you want to tell stories?
Because, I don't know, I just want to tell stories.
Are stories entertaining? That's it.
Yeah, I find stories entertaining, and
But you like telling the stories of villains.
we're back there.
There's a bigger philosophical point to draw from this, as you tell us.
Eric, do you want to ask me if I'm a villain?
Oh, I didn't ask that. I never considered it.
No.
But now that you've brought it up,
I'm helping you out.
But now I never considered it. But now that now it shows your mind is there, right?
I know, because I could tell where you're going with this.
No, I wasn't there. Actually.
Really?
I wasn't actually.
You weren't curious?
No. But now tell me, since you say so.
There's nothing to see here. I'm not a villain. But then also,
actually, my understanding or my thought is, at some point in your life, you have been the victim of narratives about yourself that you felt were unfair.
Yeah.
At some point, narratives or one strong narrative which affected you so potently that anytime you hear a story being told, you always default to what's the other side of the story.
Yeah.
That is my interpretation.
Your
Not that you are the villain.
Your interpretation is correct. Yeah, I'm always, apart from some rather obvious situations, like when you have someone who's raped a child. Now, I don't want to hear the other side, because this is a fact, this has happened. I don't care why you did what you did. But now, like people just talking about people giving stories. And there's this thing where you see how you view yourself as Eric. If you put 3 people in this room here, everybody will tell a different, will have a different perspective of you. And I try and give room to that as well. People will experience me differently. And there's nothing you can do about that. How I think of myself may not necessarily be how other people see me. And I know that in some people's eyes, I can be a villain. In some people's eyes, I can be a victim. In some people's eyes, like it doesn't matter. So when I'm looking out for the other side of the story, it's not necessarily to correct an impression or to set the record straight. It's just that I think if you tell one side of the story, then you must give the other side of the story for it to be balanced. And for people, the person who's consuming this information, to make an informed view or an informed opinion about the whole situation.
Are all villains? Or are some villains created by storytelling?
Well,
you understand what I'm saying? Like, there's a villain where they broke the law or they did something which is clearly villainous. Or there's another situation where if I tell this story of something that happened from this person's perspective, the other person will be the villain. And if I tell it from this other person's perspective, the other person might be the villain. So storytelling created the villain.
Yeah, it does happen sometimes, yeah.
Do you think some of the characters in the Bible have suffered that kind of fate?
Yeah, I think so.
Like who?
Like Judas. Now, the Bible says that he betrayed Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. But does it tell us why he did that? What his motivation was? Now,
what do you think?
no, I think, and he's in this book. Yes, he did betray Jesus. But because we weren't really told why, what his motivation was, in this book, he did it because when Jesus came into the scene, many people thought he was coming to... Remember, Iomta was under Rome. Rome was the one that was governing that place, Judea. And so this man has come onto the scene, and he's coming to save these people. And he's talking about creating a kingdom. And so many of those people thought that this guy has come to kick out the Romans from our land so that we can have our own kingdom and govern ourselves. So Judas was of that mindset. This guy is going to become king. But then as time went on, he realized that this guy, I'm not getting really motivated by the things that he's talking about. This guy has even started talking about dying. What do you mean he's dying? He's dying for what? We want him to become king. Even me, I want to be in that government. I want to become like the finance minister in that government. What is he talking about? He wants to die. We're building this kingdom here, not where he's saying. So when he betrayed Jesus, he was expecting that something momentous would happen, like Jesus would react and reveal himself as the king who's come now to kick the Romans out of this land. Unfortunately for him, that was not the plan. And it backfired. And he became the villain of the story of Jesus.
You know, that's exactly how they have covered the story of Judas in The Chosen.
The Chosen, yeah. That's what I heard later.
Yeah, that's exactly how they've covered it. That part of where he expected Jesus is going to do something.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although hawajafika hapo by the hawajafika the next season ndio sasa watafanya the crucifixion.
Okay.
But washafanya hiyo betrayal, I think. Yeah.
Oh, it's an ongoing production.
It's the next season. I think imefika season 5. So season 6 is about the crucifixion. The 3 days of the crucifixion. Then season 7 will be the resurrection. Yeah. And then after that, I think they want to do Acts. So you know the way. Another series now.
Yeah.
About the Acts. Yeah, so there's a lot of biblical content these days. Since The Chosen. And I've watched that one. I've watched another one called House of David.
House of David, yeah. I haven't watched it.
Yes, I think it's on Amazon Prime. House of David, I watched the first season. So this one was now your time here, David, up to the point he kills Goliath. And it was very interesting because it was interesting how they developed the idea of the fact that David was the son of Jesse, but not with the same mother as the other brothers. Yeah, which actually brought in so much into perspective.
Yeah.
I think they did some research to come up with that.
Yeah.
Then there's another one I saw on YouTube. It's you know The Office.
Yeah.
The Office.
Yeah.
The mockumentary and also Modern Family.
Yeah, Modern Family. Yeah.
Also mockumentary. So they did a mockumentary of Moses. Yes, so it's a comedy.
Okay.
It is so funny, but so it's a comedy of Moses. So now Moses is like now Michael Scott in the office.
Yeah.
So it's a comedy where there's Moses, there's Aaron, there's Miriam, and they are now in the desert now with the Israelites.
Yeah.
And the Israelites, like it's basically everything is going wrong and so on. And they bring out the flaws of these characters. So it's supposed to be comedy. So you find that Moses, like Aaron Moses feels like Aaron. People love Aaron because Aaron is a charismatic guy. But then Aaron feels like he's not he's not the same like Moses. Like everyone has their flaws.
Yeah.
Then Miriam in that story feels that she's not recognized because she's a woman. Not Miriam. Oh yeah, it's Miriam. The sister of Moses. What was her name?
Yeah.
Was it Miriam?
It was Miriam, I think.
Oh yes, there's Miriam, and then there's also Moses' wife. What was her name? Zipporah.
Zipporah.
And the way it is brought out, it is modern in a way. And then they also introduce a new character called Chisisi. So Chisisi is an Egyptian who ran away. Actually, he was pursuing the Israelites when the Red Sea happened.
Yeah.
Then he found himself on the other side of.
After he already crossed.
Yes. So he's the one who got away. He crossed with the Israelites.
Yeah.
By him, he was pursuing them.
Yeah.
And then all the other Egyptian pursuers, they all died in the sea.
They all died in the water.
So now he disguises himself as an Israelite. But there's a guy who is suspicious about him. So there's a comedy from that. So it's very funny. It's on YouTube, actually.
Okay, I've gone to look for it.
Yeah, so there's a lot of Christian content being created, which is high quality.
Yeah.
You know, in a sense, your book is also Christian content.
It is, yeah. You might argue that.
Are we? Is Jesus coming back? So much Christian content is being created.
Jesus is not coming back.
He's not coming back.
No.
Did he exist?
He might have existed, but not in the way that Christians believe.
Do you think he died on the cross?
He might have been killed on the cross. Yes.
What do you think about the story of his resurrection? Do you think they made it up?
I think they made it up. It's such a convenient story.
Who do you think made it up? The Romans or the disciples?
Most likely the Romans, and most likely the disciples. It actually doesn't matter who made it up, but somebody made it up to achieve certain goals. And with the birth of Christianity, the whole story just falls very neatly into that package. And that's why I'm calling it a feel-good story, because his death was a tragedy. It was a sacrifice, but then he rose up and suddenly everything is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's this story of Jacob and his brother, Esau.
Yeah.
Jacob is supposed to be the hero, but when you read that story, he's the villain.
Yeah.
But
Jacob was the villain.
Jacob was the villain.
Yeah.
His name meant the deceiver, the liar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jacob deceived his brother. He tricked his brother.
Yeah.
Got his birthright.
Yeah.
Who is the villain in that story?
The villain is Jacob. I've told the story of Esau in this book.
Yeah.
It does not paint Jacob in very good light.
You know the only thing that Esau did that was wrong, and this was according to his mother, was marrying foreign wives.
Yeah.
Because his mother didn't like the foreign wives.
Yeah.
His mother loved Jacob.
Yeah.
And God also loved Jacob from the womb.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
So Esau was. This game was rigged from the beginning.
It was actually for him.
For him.
Yeah.
He got the short end of the stick. Yeah. So he does talk about his experience in the book.
Do you think Esau hated his brother? Like resented him?
Oh yeah, 100%. Especially after the birthright incident. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. I don't blame him.
Do you think Jacob had a right to be angry with Laban, since he was tricked the same way he tricked Esau?
Well, as a human, he would be angry, but
I mean, it's karma.
yeah, it's karma. Yeah, if you're gonna do this thing, and then the same thing happens to you, I mean, you can't. You really don't have the moral authority.
Hate the player, not the game.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
But then some of these things, but it's life. You know what I try not to do too much with the way life works is not to put too much attention to it, not to overanalyze it, because at the end of the day, humans will do what humans do, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's our nature.
Humans were human.
Yeah. And there's a thing I talk about quite often. I tell people, don't get too attached to things or events, the outcome of events, or even people, because everything will come and everything will go, including people. People come into your life and they leave. Either they will leave you or they will leave you. They will die. They will end. So, as much as, because it's in our nature to become attached, you must also temper that with the acceptance that things are not permanent. Events are not permanent. People are not permanent. Everything comes to an end eventually. And so for me, that's how I approach life. The impermanence of all things. So when things happen in my life, I don't think I experience loss exactly the same way that other people might. Because in my mind, I've already projected that this thing is going to end. And so my mind has to be prepared to accept that when it happens. And I know not everybody would agree with me, and not everybody can do that. But I find that it serves me. So we are only here for a time. Everything is ending. Even this table. Eventually, it will decay and it will cease to exist. These cameras, they will break down. 50 years from now, 100 years from now, these things will not exist. So, don't take yourself too seriously. That's what I tell people. Just do what you can while you're here, and then you leave.
Do you think religious people take themselves too seriously?
I think they do, yes.
And you want them to stop?
I don't want them to stop. I want to do whatever they want.
You want them to stop? You just said, don't take yourself too seriously.
Yeah.
That's your advice to
That's
people.
my advice. But
so you would want people to stop taking themselves too seriously?
Yeah. I mean, just enjoy life. Live with the moment. Enjoy life as it comes.
Could that be your mission?
Do I really have a mission?
Well,
I think
secretly. Subconsciously.
Well,
it's like, don't take these stories too seriously.
Yeah. It would be nice if they took my advice. Don't take it too
What do you
seriously.
think a world where people don't take things too seriously looks like?
I don't know.
Less war?
Huh?
No war?
No, war will always be there.
But war happens because people take things too seriously.
Yeah, but then also humans are unpredictable. they might find a reason to, to justify war, even when they're not taking themselves too seriously.
How do you justify war if you're not taking your things too? Or is taking yourself, but you can take other things seriously?
Well, if people approach life from the position of, see, we are all in this together, and we all just happen to have existed at the same time. Why don't we all just get along? Mm-hmm. Why don't we all just get along? But then, even as I advise people to not take themselves too seriously, it's not in our nature to do that.
Do you take yourself seriously?
I don't. So it's something that you practice. It's something that you learn.
It's something you practice.
Yeah.
It's not natural.
No, it's not natural, because the way life has been set up, the way society has been set up, I guess it works for people who take themselves a little too seriously.
Society? Mm-hmm. How so?
Well, in order for things to work the way they do, the way society has set them up, the structures that we have, including religion, including governments, including economic systems, I guess for them to work, people really do have to take themselves seriously, because we have an objective in mind. But when I say that people shouldn't take themselves seriously, I mean that in the sense of even as you're living your life and you're doing the things that you're doing to advance civilization and all that, also just take a moment and breathe and just enjoy it. Because otherwise, what is it for if you're not going to enjoy it? What is it for if you're going to cage your mind, put your mind in mental cages, because you cannot do this because of this, don't do this because of that? Sometimes you just got to let life flow.
The Bible is told from the perspective of certain characters, mm-hmm. which means that when their flaws are acceptable. Mm-hmm. But is it possible that, like Judas, mm-hmm. his flaws are not acceptable? But Jacob's flaws are acceptable? King David's flaws, which were huge, are acceptable. He was a murderer. He murdered somebody after taking their wife. But it's a flaw.
It's a flaw.
And he's the guy who God loved him so much.
He was after God's own heart.
Is it that he's made a hero by the story? Mm-hmm. Or is it that he redeemed himself?
I think it's a bit of both. Because first of all, how we look at human flaws in different people is also dependent on how we view them. What kind of people they are. So King David, because he later redeemed himself, I think society or religion is more forgiving of him than it is of someone like, who was the other person? Judas. So I think sometimes some of these things are also dependent on who the person is. Let me give you a local example. Uhuru, when he was president, we all know that he did some really atrocious things. And now we have William Ruto as president, who's also doing some atrocious things. Someone like Uhuru Kenyatta, he did some terrible things when he was president. William Ruto is also doing the same thing right now. But because Uhuru is a more likable person, generally speaking, we will tend to be more forgiving of his flaws than we will with William Ruto. So, like I was saying earlier, it's the same thing. It's who the person is and how society perceives them. So some people are very likely to get away with stuff than others. So King David is regarded as a hero. People will forget that he took another man's wife and killed her husband. That's a small glitch in the system, so we will allow him to get away with that. Judas will forever be regarded as a villain because he betrayed the Son of God. So, yeah, it's just the way humans operate. And I think also time has a way of softening perspectives. Moi was a horrible president, but in some quarters today he's looked at as someone who did his best given what he had at that time, the environment in which he was president of. So I find that as time goes on, people have a fairer opinion of Moi than they did like 20 years ago, 30 years ago. And I find that very, very interesting. There are times I've been around Nakuru area and Baringo area, and you cannot say a bad word about Moi because of the things that he did for them at that time when he was president. I've had some people whose not parents, even some of the older folks who went through a hard time under Moi, they seem to look at him more favorably now with the passage of time.
I do too.
Why do you?
Well, I do because of context. I do from the perspective of what other African presidents were doing.
Yeah.
I do from the perspective of what was happening in other countries, the coups.
Yeah.
I do from the perspective of some of the decisions he made that other leaders have not. I do from the perspective of when it was clear that the people are done or the people want something, he did not try to kill them to get what he wants.
Yeah.
So when it was finally obvious that he can't stop multi-party democracy, he gave in.
Yeah.
2002, as much as he could have decided just like Suluhu, Museveni, or these other leaders, could have decided to be a president for life.
Yeah. Yeah. And he didn't.
His predecessor was a president for life. He could have made that argument and said, wale hawataki nikuwe president for life ni wakabila. Because their president was president for life.
The president was president for life. He died in office.
Yes. So why don't they want me?
Yeah.
Just because I'm not from their tribe.
Yeah. Yeah.
He could have made those arguments, which are bad faith arguments, and caused for there to be tension and violence in the country.
Yeah.
There's so many things he could have done. But the thing he did was to gracefully leave the position.
Yeah.
And of course, he tried to get Uhuru to come to be the president. But even then, we know that some weeks to the election, he called his people and told them, when Kibaki wins, I think he said when, not if.
He said when.
When Kibaki wins,
and they still didn't believe him.
You need to accept it.
Yeah. And he told them we have already made peace with Kibaki.
Yes.
So,
and when Kibaki took over Uhuru Park, he did the same thing as Gachagua. You know how Gachagua said we have inherited
Yeah,
a dilapidated
exactly.
economy?
It was the same speech.
Kibaki gave a same speech.
It was the same speech.
It was the same speech.
Yeah.
Then a while later, Kibaki and Moi were working together
Yeah.
with the Katiba in 2007. They were working together.
Yeah, they were.
So these are some of the things you can look at. And then you can also look at the issue of debt. You can look at how much debt he left the country in versus what we are having now.
Yeah.
You can look at cost of living. Now, there are things I can't say because he's also the person who let IMF in. And for me, that is the real enemy and the real evil that has happened to Kenya. He's the person who allowed Kenya to be colonized by the US.
Yeah.
Because Kenya was colonized by the US in the 1990s.
Yeah.
Through the IMF.
The IMF, the World Bank.
Through the World Bank.
Yeah.
Through, what's this, hii kitu yao yenye Trump alitoa? Inaitwa USAID.
USAID, yeah. Sorry, USAID.
Yes. So USAID was used to start manipulating the politics of Kenya. So maybe that was not his fault. But on so many other things, on the IMF.
Yeah.
Because for us to go to the IMF, it's because they had bankrupted the country.
100%.
Walikuwa wamefanya zile vitu zao za Goldenberg. Because you can look at, it's after Goldenberg that...
Yeah, it was after Goldenberg when we suddenly went into serious recession. And,
So there are things I can look at and I'm like,
Yeah. Remember that thing I told you about things are not black and white. It's many shades of gray. So we can sit here and philosophize and say that this is how things should have been done. This is how this person should have behaved. But I like what you're saying. Now, historical context is also important. Look at what people were doing at that time. So he may have messed up in this one area, and then he didn't mess up in this other area.
But I don't think we'll ever do that for Ruto.
Give it time. Give it time.
No.
We didn't think we'd do that for Moi. But Moi was able to redeem himself in the last years of his presidency.
There are a lot of good things about Moi.
Yeah.
You see, like the constitutional review process, the Katiba we have, the Katiba process, it was done under Moi. It is Moi. It was Moi who chose Yash Palme.
Yeah.
Of course, I think it's Raila who wanted him, but it was under Moi. He was the president. It was under Moi that the Katiba ilimalizika. Hiyo ya 205.
Yeah.
It was finished.
Yeah.
I think hata ingeenda parliament. So when Kibaki was coming into power, NAC was saying, we are going to deliver the constitution in 100 days.
Yeah.
Because ilikuwa ishamalizika.
It was done, yeah.
So this was done under Moi.
Yeah.
So there are things that were done that are good under Moi.
Yeah. And I also remember when Kibaki became president, suddenly changing the constitution was not an urgency. Remember?
Yes.
Some of those ministers of Kibaki are saying, I see, the whole point of us wanting to change the constitution was to kick out Moi, and now that we've kicked him out, what's the problem, man?
So there is that. I don't know about Ruto, man.
Let me tell you, Ruto, when he retires in 2032,
he retires.
When he retires, because if we're being honest, but
cameraman ni watuta, man. Nasikia anacheka. He's pleased.
He's very pleased with that statement. When he finally retires, to be very honest, I don't want to see him come back.
But he doesn't want to retire in 2032. They want to. Haven't you seen? They want to change the term.
Yeah,
the terms from 5 years to 7 years.
7 years. Yeah, I've seen that.
Which would make it 2034.
Yeah, I've seen that. Let's see them try that. because you need a referendum to do that. Ndio.
Why not when he gets defeated in 2027?
If he gets defeated in 2027.
When, not if.
You think he's going to get defeated in 2027?
Yes.
How?
How can he win?
How can he not win? He's incumbent.
Did you see what happened to him 2 years ago? He was almost kicked out.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was, we had a moment when he was worried.
He was very worried. And he's been worried for a while.
He's still worried even now.
He's still worried even now.
So, of course he's worried because he knows something we don't.
Yeah.
So why would you be so confident in him when he's not so confident in himself?
Because
I trust his judgment, and the fact that he's worried, tells me he knows something.
Yeah.
So the only way for him to come back, because he can't get 50% plus one.
No, 50% plus one is
he cannot.
He cannot.
But if the opposition unite, they can. Right?
Yeah.
So what does that tell you?
Is the opposition going to unite?
So there is that. So the only way for him to come back is in, I don't want to, kuna DCI, but unconventional ways are the only ways. The only ways.
Yeah.
And unconventional ways have dire consequences.
Yeah.
Especially since June 25th, 2024, which is tomorrow, by the way, commemoration. So, no.
See, the problem with the wounded man is that he's going to pull out all the stops to make sure he survives. That is the danger we are facing. But now, on the other side of the coin is, if the opposition is unable to unite, then that thing is done. They're done. And they're going to take us down with them if they do not unite.
Let me ask you, do you think when you write these stories from the perspective of the quote-unquote bad guy, do you think you're doing propaganda for the bad guy, in a sense?
Do I think I'm doing propaganda for the bad guy? I'm just giving the
doing
bad
propaganda
guy.
For the bad guy, yeah. Don't you think you could also be a very good Itumbi?
I could. But,
like you see, you could even do a better job in terms of narratives because you're so good at seeing the other side of the story. You could probably make us love Ruto.
If I wanted to make you love Ruto, I would.
You have that power.
Oh yeah, I'd be very, very good at it.
Have you considered it?
No, I haven't.
Would you? Would you?
Would I? Now, if I say that I would consider it, and then I start writing about how Ruto is good and all that, people will see me coming from a mile away.
No, I'm saying like if you got paid to do it anonymously, they just want the copy.
Yeah.
Would you? Or a ghost written book?
Yeah, I totally would. 100%, I would. Yeah.
So you're not with the people?
We are with CK. I'm with CK. The people are the ones who put Ruto there. Let me take you back to 22. In 2022, for the first time in my adult life, I didn't vote. I didn't participate in that election. Mostly because I did not believe in the candidates that had been put on the table. So I didn't think Raila would make a good president. I also didn't like the fact that his candidacy was being pushed by Uhuru, who towards the end of his presidency we didn't like. Remember how he kept saying, "Where Maliza Wende?" Now me, I was one of those who was saying Maliza Wende. But then I was looking at the people who are coming after him. And I kept wondering, why is he pushing Raila's candidacy so passionately? And then on the other side is Ruto. Now, Ruto had done a very fantastic job of creating a victimhood, whatever, for himself. And it worked. And Uhuru did not help matters because of the way he treated Ruto. People naturally would side with him, right? But I also knew that Ruto wasn't good for this country. Now, many of the people I was around at that time were actually going to vote for Ruto, and they did. And I told them, you guys are going to vote for him, and it's going to be very bad for this country because he's going to win. And I knew, I could tell that Raila wasn't going to beat Ruto unless they stole the election. And I remember even on the morning of election day, I did not go out to vote, obviously, but I did a post in the morning and I said, I'm not voting for any of these candidates. Oh, I'd forgotten something. I was campaigning for, online, I was campaigning for Ajakoya. Of course, it was fun doing that. He wasn't going to win, but his campaign was interesting. But then he got bought out by Akina Raila, and I stopped talking about him. Anyway, so on election day, I did a post, and I explained to people why Ruto was going to win this election. And I told even those guys who were going to vote for Raila, your candidate is not going to win. So even when you leave that booth, you just know your candidate has lost. Because of the way Ruto had run his campaign, the way he had engaged everybody box, you were not going to beat him in a clean election, even if he only won by 200,000 votes. So this is the Ruto who's defending himself in 2027. This guy is going to run such a well-oiled campaign machine. The guys in the opposition will not see it coming. They will not know what hit them, unless they're able to unite. Who are they uniting behind? That's the $6 million question. You have Uhuru pushing for Matiang'i. Matiang'i cannot become president, not now. And then you have the rest of the guys running behind Kalonzo. Kalonzo could actually become a viable candidate for the first time. You have Wamunyoro, who also wants to become president. Wamunyoro is the biggest problem that the opposition has right now. Because if he's allowed to be on the ballot, do you think he will step down for anybody? He won't. And he keeps saying it himself. That is the best candidate that the opposition has to offer. So these guys, that's a whole problem brewing over in that camp. So I don't know what's going to happen. Ruto may be a very worried man, yes, but he's only worried if these guys can get their act together. So we'll see.
What happens on Judgment Day? If you realize you are wrong about the whole God thing?
Then I'm going to take my punishment like a man.
That's a good way to end it.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
It is what it is, man.
Sure. Take us out on this camera.
I write a lot of stuff. And, like you've had in the discussion, I'm always telling stories from the position of a villain. Now, I'm not a villain, at least not in my own eyes. I don't know about you. Are you a villain in your own eyes? That's for you to judge. All I do is tell the other side of the story so that people can have an informed opinion about any particular situation. So I've written this book called If We Spoke, Volume 1. The Bible's ghosted, misunderstood, and misjudged tell their damn stories. So it's available at Nuria Bookstore. It's available at Kibanga Books. And it's also available through me. So you can reach out and I'll make it available to you. It's only 1200 shillings. So if you enjoyed this show today, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe.